Hello and welcome. Just begin by finding a position that feels comfortable and manageable for your physical body. Whether you're seated in a chair or on a cushion, or maybe it's best today for you to take a fully reclined posture where you're lying on a bed or on the floor. Just take a moment to turn inward and to investigate, what does my body need to feel well and supported in this time? Gathering any necessary props to support you. And just very gently coming into a posture where you feel dignified yet relaxed, awake and at ease. Just when you feel ready, and as long as it feels safe to do so, let the eyes slowly come to a close and mindfully feel that transition of focus starting to shift from the external world to the internal. Perhaps taking in the vastness of your inner landscape, becoming reacquainted with your natural breath where nothing is forced. Just invite awareness to flow with that wave of inhale and exhale. And if it feels appropriate for you in your practice today, we're going to invite the breath to be our anchor. So this is the place that we return our awareness to again and again. When we notice that we've been lost in a trance or thought, if we find a sensation or particular experience becomes too much, please know that you are encouraged to take care of yourself in the most appropriate and respectful way through this practice. If at any point you need to open the eyes, you're just encouraged to do so with a soft gaze looking down, giving yourself a chance to ground back into your physical space, knowing that when you feel ready or safe to do so, you can return the eyes to a close, finding your way to that natural breath. In Tibetan language, the word meditate means to become familiar with. And so through the use of a body scan meditation today, we're going to have this time together to become familiar with our own bodies and the wisdom and goodness that resides within our physical form. This is a space and a time for you to imagine being with and experiencing your own body more than analyzing, judging, or condemning it. So just as we've spent these first few moments becoming familiar with the breath, just let that breath slowly draw your focus and awareness all the way into your feet. Starting to sense from the inside the toes, the bottoms of your feet, the sides, the top. Being open and curious to any sensation. What is it like to have a lack of sensation? We can note without judgment if there's a sense of temperature. Letting awareness just gently dance between side to side. Become familiar with the spaces between the toes. Acknowledging where there's contact to the surface beneath and where there's a sense of freedom or space. You're welcome to invite these feet to soften, to relax, and to simply be. Breathing and dwelling within these feet, sensing the feet from the inside. And if you so choose to incorporate an element of gratitude, what can you appreciate about these feet? The foundation of your physical form. That physical place within you that allows you to ground and connect to the vastness of this earth. To firmly root you into the surface beneath. So you can be strong and stable as you take in that external landscape. And if you choose to, you're welcome to keep it very simple. And by holding those feet within your mind's eye, still experiencing it from the inside, simply offer your feet, thank you. Just with your next exhale, we'll slowly dissolve awareness from the feet, inviting the inhale to draw our focus through the ankles, moving up through the lower legs of the shins and the calves. Eventually we'll journey through the knees and all the way up through the quads and the hamstrings, taking in the entirety of that lower body. So maybe awareness begins from the bottom, slowly working up, and then from the top, gently falling back down. Scanning from the front of the body, to the back of the body, inviting these legs to soften, to find ease. Being aware and curious to the wisdom and the communication from this area of your body. What happens when you surrender the judgment, the expectation of what is here, and you let yourself fully experience what is true in the form of sensation, energy, or nothingness? Perhaps the mind is getting caught in the story of past injury, without making the mind wrong. Just gently redirect your focus back into the body, sensing from the inside out the bones, the joints, the tendons, the ligaments, the skin and the fascia. And if it is part of your practice here, just stay within this area of the body and allow gratitude or an acknowledgement of goodness to come forth, to simply be part of this experience. A thank you to these legs for the places they've taken you, for the ability to walk, run, jump, and skip. A place within your physical form of great strength, endurance, and agility. No need to get caught in making this part of the practice perfect. Allow yourself to keep it simple and incorporate what feels natural and true today. Thank you. If you've wandered, just returning to breath, dropping that breath into the lower limbs. exhale is the opportunity to let awareness dissolve. And then let that gentle inhale continue to draw focus up. Now moving through the hips, the glutes, that pelvic girdle. Slowly scanning from front to back, back to front, side to side, and deep within. Perhaps it feels most natural to just start noticing where there's contact to that surface beneath. If there's room to soften, to trust that surface beneath you. Continue to hold the perspective from deep within the body. Offering awareness, curiosity, and compassion to all that may be here. And what might be here is this sense of numbness or nothing. What's it like to experience nothing? At times, this area of the body can elicit deep sensation or sensitivity. So breathe and take care of yourself. There is no right or wrong way to go about this practice. It is a time and a space for you to become familiar, deepening your trust and the wisdom of your body. Offering any sense of gratitude, appreciation, or acknowledgement of goodness that feels appropriate and true in this moment. How has this area of the body offered you comfort, created ease, or birthed new life? Breathe and let it be. Nothing forced. Come back into the body if you've wandered off. Rest awareness with the natural breath. The simple, soothing nature of your own inhale and exhale. That exhale, just slowly dissolve awareness from the hips and the glutes. And the inhale is going to invite us to slowly draw up through the back of the body. The lower back, the mid back, the upper back, the entirety of the spinal column. Moving to the edges, through the shoulder blades, the muscles, the rib cage. Just let awareness gracefully dance up and down, side to side, feeling where the back is supported by a surface, acknowledging where the back is free. This strong back, this home to a lifeline we call your spine. Noticing how the mind wants to wander and stay in judgment, analysis, or anticipation of discomfort and pain from a past injury. And what is it like for you to truly experience this back from the inside? That sensation. A lack of sensation. This could be a tingling, a tightness, a numbness. Or perhaps what's calling for your attention is an acknowledgement of temperature, a heat, a coolness. What is capturing your curiosity within this area of your body? Drop down from the mind. Let the breath bring you into this area. What happens when you drop the story of this back and you simply come to experience it for what it is? Time to incorporate any sense of gratitude or appreciation if that's part of your practice. Knowing that this element of the practice doesn't have to be forced. Just noticing what is natural and true for you in this moment. A thank you to the strength of your back. appreciating the support that this back has offered you through your lifetime. This area of the body is often referenced as a physical form of confidence. That place where we can hold dignity, thank you. Returning to the breath, again if you've wandered. Exhaling, we dissolve, making space for the inhale to draw us up, beginning at the tops of the shoulders. And in our own time, we can just feel awareness start to fall down the arms, taking in the muscles, the bones, the joints. Eventually, just coming to rest awareness in the hands. Noticing how the awareness can quickly move from right to left or left to right, simply because you ask it to. Sensing these arms, the upper limbs, from deep within the body. Become familiar with the sensations, the weight, the temperature. Feeling those hands resting in the lap or down at your sides. Maybe an acknowledgement to the contact these hands have to any surface that exists beyond your own physical form. What is it like for you to become familiar with the goodness of these arms and hands? Incorporating your version of gratitude and appreciation. This could be a simple thank you for the ability to embrace, to hold and to hug those you care for and love. Or a thank you to these hands and what they allow you to create, to touch and discover about the vastness and the beauty of the physical world. No need to rush or force this element of the practice. Recall that the essence is to simply become familiar with your own body from the inside. So holding the intention of curiosity, of integration, is a beautiful and complete practice. Allow yourself to make it easier. Breathe. Allow and feel. Feeling into your own arms, your hands. What is here? What is true? Very gently guide awareness to the breath, anchoring and trusting that breath to guide you and move your awareness, softening the resistance to want to stay or the attachment to hurry up. Exhale just invites us to dissolve, being willing to move gently into the front of the body, through the belly, the rib cage, the chest, and again returning to the tops of the shoulders. This particular area can elicit a very active mind, a mind of judgment, analysis, preference. No need to make the mind wrong or right. Just allow yourself to broaden your perspective, your awareness, dropping into this area, inviting it to soften, to have space, to communicate what is here and true through energy, emotion, sensation or temperature. This home to many systems and organs that keep us alive and well. Breathe breathing and being in the front of your body. The core and the essence of your own stability. If it feels natural and appropriate here, offering that gratitude, an acknowledgement of the goodness, the abilities of this area. Physical place of your heart, of the innate wisdom of your emotions. That physical place you offer to the external world that says, I'm open. I'm willing and able to connect, to be alive. This place of expansion, to bring the wisdom of your heart forward so you can feel more free in this existence and life. A thank you to your heart, to your organs, to your system. Become familiar with the goodness of the front of your body. Your core. Gently anchor awareness to breath if you've wandered off. That exhale is just an organic way to dissipate all that may be here. And the inhale puts in motion awareness to gently draw up through the shoulders, the neck, the throat, taking in the entirety of the face and head. Perhaps it feels best to begin with an intention or invitation of ease and relaxation. Let those shoulders start to melt from the ears. Invite that tongue to just gently fall away from the roof of the mouth. Create a sense of openness in the throat, an unclenching of the jaw. Time to unfurrow the brow. Sensing that original face from deep within. For just a few moments, notice what happens when you allow yourself to be unmasked. To notice what's capturing all your senses through what you hear, what you taste, what you smell, what you see, even though the eyes are closed. What's it like to sense the hairs on your head or the lack of hair on your head? Feeling where there's any contact to a surface beneath you or behind you. Noticing what it's like to be an observer of that beautiful mind. Resting in the vastness of awareness, tapping into your metacognition. This unique experience of being human is the ability to be a witness to thought, not simply a reactive victim of it. Bringing forth any gratitude or appreciation that feels natural. A thank you to the ability to hear. To have the ability to taste, to kiss, to speak. What have you been able to smell? What beauty have you been able to see? What knowledge and tasks have you been able to obtain or to accomplish because of this beautiful mind? Finding your way to the breath. Feeling that awareness just broaden to the entirety of your own inner landscape. From the top of your head, all the way into the tips of your toes, and from the toes, all the way up to the crown of the head. Sensing the entirety of your physical form. Becoming familiar with your own body. Just as you start to breathe and prepare to end this formal practice and step back into the world, I'd like to offer you a simple thought that comes from John O'Donohue. His words: "Let there be an opening into the quiet that lies beneath the chaos, where you find the peace you did not think possible and see what shimmers within the storm." So I trust that you're going to take what you need from this practice. But my hope is that the essence can be carried with you into these next moments of your day. The essence to integrate, to become familiar and in a deeper, more curious, more compassionate relationship to your own body. Trusting in its goodness, in its value, allowing it to be a vessel in which you experience yourself and the world around you. So just in your own time, you can very easily and gently begin to open the eyes. Give yourself the opportunity to just hold a soft gaze for a moment, looking down. It just helps to ground and center back in to the physical world. Just allow yourself to transition back with ease, with kindness, and with awareness. Thank you for sharing this practice. May you be well.